What's up, guys? It's Garage Goons, the most trash show on YouTube, and today we're doing another review of my Venum Elite Evo shin guards. Okay, this is Fight Stuff review. All right, I'll give you a close-up look at this so you can kind of see the profile of the shin guard. Okay, beautiful. All right. We'll get into the designs, we'll get into the pros, we'll get into the cons, we'll get into the price, we'll get into the uses, we'll get into all that shit. But I love these shin guards. In my opinion, these are the most well-rounded, okay? And they're the best to me. Now, fight gear is always subjective. You might think it sucks. You might think, oh, if it's not a traditional Thai brand like Yokow or Twins or Windy or Fairtex, I don't want it. All right, fine, whatever, do you, man. But these, to me, I have had so many shin guards over the years. I've used RDX, I've used the Venum Challengers, I've used no-name brands, I've used Valley Sport, great budget brand, by the way. Sanibels, Fairtex, I've used them all. I've used a lot. I haven't used them all. I've used a lot. I borrowed my buddy's Top Kings, borrowed my buddy's freaking super rare ones, the ones with the skull on it. These are the best to me, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so let's get into, well, first I'll go over the cons, because the con list is short in my opinion, and the pros is going to take a lot more time. The cons to this is that I don't like how they marked right here at black on black, hard to see the right versus the left, and there's zero distinction. So you look at these side by side, you wouldn't know which one inherently to put on your right and your left. I've accidentally swapped them and it hasn't performance wise made a difference. I've felt it, I'm like, I think that's wrong, and then I checked that, I was like, oh yeah, it's wrong. But it doesn't feel like your left shoe is on your right foot. It's not that bad. You can basically use these either way because they are symmetrical, but I definitely can feel it when I don't pay attention and put the wrong one on. So that's a con. Another con is that, not for me personally, but a lot of people online and in the community say that this top strap right here is too high up. So when they lift their leg up to check a kick, it digs into their knee tendons on the back of their knee, and it's uncomfortable. It's a little bit painful. I don't experience that. But one thing you might want to do to mitigate that is size it down. Okay, so if you wear, if you have Fairtex and you're thinking about upgrading or changing, and you wear like an XL or you wear a large, just go a size down. Wear a large instead of an XL. Wear a medium instead of a large, etc., etc. Okay, and that way it'll be further down your leg, and really at the end of the day, you want to protect your shin and your foot, right? Like, I know some people prefer knee coverage. I fucking hate stuff over my knees, but yeah. So another con, I would say, and it's kind of a trade-off, it's a pro and a con, would be this grainy textured material they use in here. It's really rough. Which doesn't bother me, but the good part about it is it grips. These things do not slip around, they don't slide around. They're great fucking shin guards you never have to worry about, at least for me, adjusting them sliding all over the place. This stuff will bite down. The bad part about it is I'm really big about making sure my gear doesn't stink and making sure it stays clean and taking care of it, making it last as long as I can, as long as it makes sense to keep using them, okay? But these don't wick away sweat very well. I will tell you right now, yeah, I mean, it's not the type of thing where, like, some people like have nasty hand wraps or nasty boxing gloves. The second they open their gym bag, the whole place stinks. It's not like that. Can't smell it right here. I can smell it there. And I wish it didn't smell the way it does, but what do you want after 2.5, 3 years of use? One fight they've been through and thousands or hundreds of rounds of sparring, okay? Another con to some might be that traditional Thai shin guards have like the part of it will go up like this to protect more of the knee. So that way you have a pad over your knee when you check kicks. I don't like that personally. I want you to feel my knee bone when you throw a naked kick, and don't set it up like a dummy or don't take an angle. And I don't like my knees covered. So that's a pro to me, but a lot of people think I don't want to feel people's shins slamming on my knees. I want some padding everywhere. Okay, well, that would be a con for you then. And I get that. That's a lot of traditional Thai shin guards. You look at Top King, you look at Yokow, you look at Fairtex. They're all made with that little part that covers your knee and goes higher up on the leg, if you will. But that could be a con. Another con, I guess, for some people, this is more of a preference thing, but this is why, part of the reason why I bought these shin guards. But like I said, it could either be a pro or a con. It doesn't have the hook and loop system. It has overlaying Velcro straps. Okay, so if you like feeding it through a loop on this side and putting it back over itself, one big long strap that feeds through a loop, excuse me, this doesn't do that. That was a pro for me because I've literally spent a lot of money on a shin guard before. It was hook and loop. It didn't have a long enough strap, and I have thick boy calves, so when I fed it through and I tried to lay it back over to bite down, I didn't get enough meat on the Velcro. It just kept popping off. It wasn't enough strap, and I was pissed. So I never have that problem with these. If you're a big boy, look, boom. You have big Samoan, offensive line calves, boom, there you go. If you're, smaller, slider, more, athletic, skinny, you can go like that. So it's, in my opinion, it's a pro, but some people like the way it bites down better with hook and loop, and hook and loop takes a little, I think, less effort to just put on real fast. So this takes maybe 5 seconds longer to put on, but big whoop. Okay, and then the last con is it's not genuine leather. This is synthetic leather. As you can see, these are 3 years old, got so much wear. You can tell by the backside. There's salt in there from sweating and all this shit. But it's you can still see the full Venum insignia. You can still see all the badges, the branding. The stitching isn't really fraying or peeling off. But it's held up really well. It went through a fight last week. It's been through hundreds of, if not thousands of rounds of sparring. This thing I beat the shit out of, okay? So that's a great thing. Another great thing is I have broken my toe to the point to where I have, I think it's called trauma-induced arthritis in both of my big toes because they've broken so many times. These have one of the largest insteps lengthwise in the game, which I personally like because I googled a large instep shin guard and there's not a whole lot of stuff that comes up, but this was one of the ones where they showed 7 inches coming out this way, which is more protection than anything else I saw. Also, it does have a ridge in the middle, which is kind of a more protective design over the part that matters, right? All of your nerves are going to be right down on your shin bone right there. There's nothing there. It's skin over bone, okay? So it's nice that it has that ridge, and also the foot, you can see, has the ridge to protect all your metacarpals and your little tiny bones that break, and trust me, you need that. I've broken my big toe so many friggin' times. It's nice to have a little extra meat in the middle here, okay? Also, some people talk about, this top strap as a con, being too high up on the shin guard. That's not a personal problem for me, but like I said, size it down, okay? Size it down. That'll fix your problem right there, okay? Also too, like, if you look at traditional Thai shin guards, besides that annoying hump that goes over the knee that I don't like being there, they're just thick. They are super protective, which is probably a pro for a lot of you, but for me, I prefer lightweight and functional and sleek over just a big heavy pillow that's protective. Because for one, if I do land a kick and it gets checked, I want that check to be an immediate source of, oh fuck, I did something wrong. I need to correct this behavior. I'm not going to learn bad habits. And then 2, I will say I have been checked hard through these, and I've had a welt on my legs, and it sucks when you get a knot on your shin. It just goes, the hematoma lasts like months sometimes. But you do want to condition your shins. You do, if you're going to fight, you do want to make sure the nerve endings on the top of your shins are as dead or as numb as possible, because kicks fucking hurt. You land a kick, it hurts. You fucking get checked, it hurts real bad. That's a unique pain that's rivaled by very few experiences, okay, besides maybe a low blow or a bad eye poke. But like the shin pain of getting checked is brutal. There's enough here to make sure that you won't totally die if you get a clean check on your kick, but there's not enough here to where it's just like this big fucking massive pillow and there's 0 consequences to you just winging kicks, okay? And I don't like the big bulky feel of those traditional Thai ones. I've tried them out. They're great if you're just trying to go in there and get some light sparring and you're never going to compete, cool. But I personally want to be fast, light, have something that sticks on me and is part of my body and doesn't feel like I'm dragging extra weight or this big bulky thing around, okay? These are, like I said, a couple of years old. The insignia is held up. The perforation on the side, the Velcro is still crispy. Another pro to these is these Velcro straps are 2 inches thick. Okay, so this is basically like a boxing wrist strap. Most Thai brands that have the overlap style are about 1 inch thick. For reference, this is my blade right here. It's about 1 inch wide. And you can see this is about 2 of these, okay? So it's a lot of just friction and stuff locking your shin down. This goes for about 120 bucks if you go on Venum's site. I got them on sale for like, I think 115. On Amazon, I still think it's around 100 bucks if you have Prime, so go Prime. But like I said, size it down. And these are to me the best shin guards for all around. Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA, all that shit. Okay, so before I wrap it up, I'm gonna end this video. Oh, and by the way, it's hard to see, and so I'm just giving you guys game if you're thinking about buying it, because they are, I guess this could be a con, they look almost identical, okay? They look symmetrical. You can't tell by looking at them which one's left, which one's right. But if you look on the end of the top strap right here, you will see right or left, and that's how you know which leg it goes on. So, I mean, I wish they did kind of make the writing like a different color than the same color the shin guard is, so you could read it better, but not a big deal, okay? So these are the Venum Elite Evos, and I will put one on so you guys can see how it goes, okay? Thick boy legs here. Ugh. Okay. And again, these are the XL, 17 inches of vertical coverage over my shin right here, okay? I'm about 6'1", 180 pounds, well, 180 when I'm making weight, 185 day to day, okay? Strap this up, and just so you can see how good these work, okay? See that? No sliding, okay? I just fought a southpaw. We kept clashing kicks. He would kick and I would kick at the same time, and our legs would crash into each other. Never once had to reach down and worry about, oh, I need to reposition my shin guard, okay? Which is really important if you're competing, because refs don't give a fuck, okay? You reach down there and no longer protect your face, and the guy, you know, kicks you in the head or uppercuts you or whatever because you're doing all this shit mid-fight. Not smart, not good. Don't want to be doing that. You can also see, like I said, my toes have been broken so many times, and the foot part here almost covers my entire foot. Great foot protection. Love that. Okay, so here's the back view, and as you can see, I still have some meat before you get to my tendons in the back of my knee. Here's me lifting it up to check a kick. So it doesn't happen to me, but I can see how, you know, if you have, you know, legs that are a little bit shorter, calves that are a little bit shorter, and you get a size too big, how these would dig in and be a problem. But for me, they're perfect, okay? So that's how they look. Velcro still hold up really good after 2 years. The elastic's kind of getting worn out at this point, so I might have to replace these soon. And, you know, they've seen better days. Like I said, they don't smell the best anymore, but These are the Venum Elite Evo shin guards. Get you a pair, bro. Go to a fight shop, try them out before you buy. And then if you like them, like I said, make sure you know which size you're getting and try lifting your leg like that so you know if that strap problem is going to be an issue. But these are the shit, dude. These are, in my opinion, the best all-around shin guards in the game. Go check those out. I can't even talk. Garage Goons, tell your friends, tell your homies, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, fucking tell me I'm an idiot, talk to me in the comments, I talk back. Love you guys. And we out of this bitch.